Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to talk about how do you know when is the right time to leave your 9 to 5 to start a full-time videography business. Ooh, it's so scary. I don't want to leave my 9 to 5 because it's a normal paycheck. I can count on it. I don't know how often or when I'm going to get paid for my videography business. Oh, what do I do? But I hate my job. I wish I could leave. Yeah, I know. I went through that too. So if you're looking to leave your 9 to 5 and you want to make a leap to doing videography full time, it's always a little bit tricky figuring out when is the right time. And it is dependent on you because everybody's situation is a little bit different. It depends on if you have a family or you don't, or how much money you need a month, or what industry you're serving. But I have a basic rule of thumb or a basic formula that I follow when I'm advising people, which is number one, you need to be making consistent revenue, which is at least half of your normal income for 6 months straight, okay? And that indicates that you're getting regular business, that you're building reputation, and if you're filling up half of your income with a side hustle that you're working part-time, imagine what will happen if you go full-time. The other beautiful thing about starting your own business is there's definitely stress and challenges along the way, but there's no cap to how much money you can make. The thing about the average raise that you get in a business or a job is like 3 to 5%, which means you'd have to work for like a gazillion years to be a millionaire. It's really hard to be kind of financially independent and free when you're working 9 to 5 unless you have a really highly paid specialized job or a sales job. But if your passion and your love is in filmmaking, then I really recommend kind of taking this process in terms of getting yourself ready to start your own videography business. So again, step one is to make sure that you have consistent business for at least 6 months where you're getting half of your income through videography. Step two, you need to make sure that you have about 6 months of income saved in the bank. Because the truth is, when you start your business, you're gonna go through a lot of ups and downs. You're gonna, it can be feast or famine, to be honest, and that's just how it is when you're first starting out. But it's really hard to get to that consistent income until you do take a leap and kind of cut the tie that binds you, so to speak. When I first started, I was in banking. And I had obviously a steady job. I was making decent money, but as I was doing more videography, first it just started off on the weekends. I was doing weddings, so it was very manageable. But then when I moved into the corporate work, then it's like they're gonna ask you to shoot at any day of the week, and you can't just confine it to the weekends. So I knew that I was at the crossroads when, for 6 months in a row, basically 2-3 times a month, I was having to call in sick or ask for days off, things like that, just to get these jobs going. And it got to the point where I couldn't grow in the videography anymore without sacrificing, my 9 to 5 job. So, I happily quit. But it was scary, so I totally understand that. And so that brings me to my third point, which is, it's not up to me to tell you when it's time to quit your 9 to 5 and join the, full-time videographer's kind of life. All I can say is that you need to ask yourself one important question at that stage is, what is going to hurt more? Waking up 20, 30 years from now, still being in the same 9 to 5 and never have tried, doing your own business? Or is it going to hurt more to try your business and fail and then end up going back to a 9 to 5? I mean, for me personally, it's a simple answer because I've discovered that you really only regret the things that you don't try. The other way to think about it is 9 to 5s are always going to be there, so you could always go back to something. So I hope you like my 3 quick tips on knowing when it's time to quit your 9 to 5. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you've been going through in terms of your decision making, and look forward to talking to you next time. Cheers. La 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 la. All right.